Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Steins Gate. I am the Worm, and we might be getting to the end today. Now, I don't know that for sure, but I'm looking at my guide here, and we're at the end of it. I can scroll down no longer. It's just yeah, there's not much left, so it really feels like we might be getting to the end of things today. Now, of course, as I've discovered, just because there are only a few lines, that doesn't necessarily mean it'll take. Uh, it doesn't necessarily mean that it'll go by quickly. If there are whole new scenes and all that sort of stuff, which we would assume we would get since it's a different ending, then yes, this could be a very long episode, or I might have to make it a couple episodes. But regardless, we're pretty much there. We're at the final choice between Mayuri and Krisu. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what's going to happen here. Presumably, I mean, are we just again? I don't know if it's good. In my mind, I feel like there should be something like a Kurisu ending and then a true ending where we can get everyone. But that might be too. I've talked about that in the past. That's probably too hopeful. I can imagine, or if there is a true ending separate from Kurisu's ending, maybe it's still bittersweet in some sense. Like maybe Okabe has to sacrifice himself. I don't know. But yeah. In any case, I'm kind of anxious because I think I get this feeling whenever I get to the end of any of my Let's Plays thus far. Um, I'm not exactly sure why. Well, I guess just the idea that I'll have to start something new and end something that I've been doing for a long time. It's just it's um, it's just like an uncertainty I'm feeling, I guess. In any case, in the last episode, we were just sort of moving right along once again. There wasn't anything too major, just a few extra pieces of dialogue due to our more friendly relationship with Kurisu, which I found nice. Um, but yeah, otherwise, yeah, yeah, obviously the whole Nye thing. I don't know. I was kind of expecting maybe a bit more with that, just because for me the whole idea. I mentioned it last time that someone used our machine, the time leap machine, while we weren't looking. I had sort of imagined that would have caused us more distress, and we would have tried to figure out who that was. But of course, we have to remember Okabe is kind of on a. He's very restricted in what he's thinking about and what he's doing. With regard to trying to save Mayuri. So, of course, he's probably not going to deviate too much, and he didn't really. Um, yeah, we unfortunately we scarred Kurisu, which was not very fun. But yeah, now we're here, and I feel like I'm stalling. I don't I don't know why. I know not a lot of time has passed, but I just oh, I feel suddenly very nervous. I don't know why. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. There are still a few steps left in the guide, but after that, I guess we'll just have to, take things as they come to us. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Chapter 10. Indeed, I am left with a terrible choice. Skip. Ooh, okay, here we go. Yep. Another terrible experience with Mayuri there, of course. Okay, let's see here. This might be something. 1 second. Okay, I think we had to make a save there, so we did, and let's see what we got. Message from Krisu. Okay. Where are you now? Where are you? You haven't been to the lab in 2 days. Are you still in Akihabara? We're worried, you know. You were acting strange yesterday. I went to help, so tell me where you are. I don't feel right not having you around. Where are you? I went to see you. Wow. She's definitely dropping some of the tsundere persona here. So that's quite something. Okay, let's reply. Let me be alone, I need to think. Alright. Kind of cold, but, you know, I think we understand. We understand why he's saying something like that. Okay. Let's continue.
彼女が橋田の娘かどうかは誰にも証明できない。2036年から来たかも、ディストピアのことも証明できない。実際に2036年にならないとね。
Okay, 1 second, Korsu. Sorry, hang on. Gotta pause. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to take a call. Okay. Let's just continue. Yeah.
そんな言い方。
Okay, call from Mayuri, and we're gonna answer it.
もしもし。
Moshi Moshi. Hello.
マユリか。
Mayuri. Yeah. Displayed on the screen is Mayuri's face, devoid of its usual brightness for some reason.
どうした？
What's wrong?
あのね、ダル君から聞いたんだ。オカリンがなんだか変だったって。
I heard from Daru-kun that Okarin's been acting kinda strange.
マユシーはコミマに夢中になってて、オカリンのことよく見ててあげられなかったね。
Mayushi was so preoccupied with Komima that she didn't notice. That
で
wasn't
もなら、
exactly that.
オカリンが元気なかったらすぐに気づくのに。
Even though she usually notices right away when Okarin's not happy.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry, Okarin. Don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong.
でね、何かあったの？
Did something happen? Oh, you know, a few things.
オカリン？
I can't tell her. I can't. I've kept it a secret from her all this time. That's the way it has to be.
何もないよ。
There's nothing wrong.
そっか。
Right.
あのね、前はよくマユシーにいろんな話してくれたよね。
You know, you used to talk to Mayushi about a lot of things, remember?
例えば、機関には幹部が4人いて、それぞれゲップとスダチと声優とジャコだっけ？
Like, the organization's 4 leaders. Their names are Back Turkish, Virginian Burp, Balloon Drag Queen, and Wide-Eye Gore, right? Wow. That was quite a string of words there.
玄武とスザクと清流と白虎だ。
Black tortoise, vermilion bird, blue dragon, and white tiger.
そうそう、それ。
Yeah, that.
そういうね、オカリンのお話、とっても面白かったな。
You know, it was really fun talking to Ocarina about stuff like that.
でも
But now,
ねえ、オカリン。あのね、マユシーのこと、重荷に感じてたら、言ってね。
Ocarina, if Mayushi's a burden, just say so, okay?
そんなこと。
What? I never...
えへへ、じゃあとりあえず切るね。もしマユシーにいろいろお話ししたいなって思ったらいつでも電話してくれていいからね。
I'm hanging up now. If you feel like talking to Mayushi about anything, just call, okay?
じゃあトゥットゥルー。
On that note, toot-toot-oo. There we go. The last somber toot-toot-oo there. She hung up on me.
まゆり、なんだって？
What did Mayuri say?
あいつ。何が重荷だよ。勝手に自分を責めやがって。ふざけるなよ、くそ。
How are you a burden? Don't say things like that, damn it.
いつもは空気を読めないくせに。なんでこういう時だけ。
Why is she only serious at times like this?
重荷ね。
A burden, huh?
俺は一度だってマユリを重荷に感じたことはない。
I've never felt Mayuri was a burden. Not even once.
だったらそれをはっきり言ってあげればいい。
Then you should tell her that. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave Mayuri in the dark. She never looks like she's thinking about anything, and yet she saw my doubt. Either way, I can't tell her the truth.
岡部。
Kurisu sighs, then glares at me. Oh, and we're back to skip. Okay. Yep, here we are. Yep, there's this conversation. Yeah.
俺は諦めない。絶対にだ。
Okay. I think we're finally here. Yes, okay, that call from Mayuri, that was the very last thing on my guide. So I think we're just there. We are completely in uncharted territory now, everyone. So strap in, get ready. Let's see a bit more of the context here. Now, of course, this is where he makes previously. This is where Okabe made the decision to, well, in his words, sacrifice Kurisu for Mayuri. And of course, Kurisu was urging him to do so. But now it looks like we're going to take a different path. I don't want to live it if it means sacrificing Mayuri. If you don't save her, I'll never forgive you. Hate the world for being so cruel. Tightly embrace. Why does it have to be this way? I know you're hurting for me. Okay. Done enough. I'm fine, so just think about Mayuri, okay? Despite her fear, Kurisu had made her choice. It's time for me to do the same. I need to decide here and now the future of the world. Which friend to let die. Holding Kurisu tightly, I whisper into her ear, I won't give up. Ever. Kurisu suddenly pushes me away. She steps back. Her face is hidden behind her hair, but her fists are trembling. Her body exudes raw fury.
話にならないこのマザーバッカ
Oh my goodness. Such language, young lady. This is ridiculous, you... Pardon my French, everybody. Motherfucker.
お前
You...
私は大丈夫だって言ってんのに何が諦めないだバカなの死ぬの
I said I was fine. What do you mean you won't give up? Are you stupid? Wanna die?
英雄気取りかこの12秒患者ができもしないくせにカッコつけてんじゃない
You trying to be a hero? You chunibyo nut job? Don't make promises you can't keep.
あんたの頭の悪さにはイライラするなんで私の言うこと素直に聞き入れてくれないのよ
Your stupidity is infuriating. Why can't you just do as I say?
俺は
I...
あんたがマユリを助けることが相対的に判断してベストなのよ一体何が気に入らないの
What's the problem, huh? If you weigh the options logically, saving my Yuri is the only...
相対的判断などクソくらいだ
Fuck logic. Yeah. Krisu stares at me in shock.
俺は神じゃない気がついたらそれに等しい立場にいたけど全然違う
I'm not God. Maybe I got close, but that's not me.
誰を助けて誰を見殺しにするかなんて俺はもう決められない
I can't decide who lives and who dies anymore. Suzuha. Beiris. Lukako. I sacrificed their happiness to save my Yuri. And then the whole time, a voice in the back of my head was asking, is this really okay? What gives me the right?
だから俺は今度こそ
That's why, this time, I want to save both of them without sacrificing anyone. Krisu turns away with a frown, then starts tapping her foot in a clear gesture of displeasure.
どうせ無理よいつもあんた言ってるでしょシュタインズゲートの選択ってやつ
There's nothing you can do. It's the choice of Steins Gate. Isn't that what you always say?
回避不能回は出てる
The equation is proven, Okabe. There's no escape.
岡部一人がどれだけ頑張ったって世界の維新には勝てない
You're just one man. No matter how hard you try, you can't overcome the will of the world itself.
それでも俺はもがいてやる
Even so, I'm still going to try. I won't lose my Yuri or Krisu. Alright, this is what I've been waiting for. Screw the rules. We're gonna forge our own path. This is what I was thinking. You know, Okabe might be being too greedy here, but he's gotta make the attempt. I hear Krisu grinding her teeth. Then she turns her back to me.
勝手にしろ私は手伝わないからなもうアメリカに帰るつもりだし
Have it your way. But I'm not helping. I'm going back to America, and that's that.
さよならもう二度と会うこともないわね法王院京馬さん
Goodbye. I don't expect we'll meet again, Hoin Kyoma-san.
本当にバカだバカにも程があるこのバカ
I can't believe this. How stupid can you be? You're so stupid. Quite the reaction towards someone who is, you know, ostensibly trying to save her life. Krisu disappears down the stairs, muttering insults until I can no longer hear her. Now alone, I sigh into the darkness. Krisu is absolutely right. I can't think of a single way to save them both. I'm a fool. And yet, I have to try. But this time, I won't have Krisu's help. I have to fight the world alone. How do I save both Krisu and Mayuri? I can't use D-mail, too much could go wrong. I don't want to make the same mistakes again. In the end, all I can do is time leap. Time leaping can't save Mayuri, but at least it can delay her death and give me time to find a solution. On this world line, Mayuri dies 7:30 on the night of August 17th. That's about 26 hours from now. My battle has no end in sight. If only Suzuha were here. I could have asked her for advice. But even alone, I must find a way. So resolved, I start leaping again to save Mayuri. I've done this before. When Mayuri died the first time at Moega's hands, I tried time leaping to prevent her death. But I only tried running away that time. This time, I try every approach I can think of. I try hiring bodyguards to protect Mayuri. I try taking Mayuri to South America, an entire world away from Japan. I try crippling CERN with attacks on their servers, the ones that don't need the IBM 5100. I try getting Mayuri admitted to a hospital. It's hard given Mayuri's perfect health, but I manage. My goal is to keep her from dying by heart attack. Yeah. I try everything I can possibly imagine. However, every single plan fails. Mayuri dies, again and again and again. Sometimes it's murder, sometimes it's an accident. But every time I leap, Mayuri dies. Maybe it really is impossible to defy the will of the world. As long as I remain on this world line, Mayuri can't be saved. The world will kill her every time. From Mayuri's perspective, she only dies once. But I have seen her die dozens of times. All because of me. And yet, it no longer affects me as it used to. Little by little, I have grown desensitized to her death. In the beginning, I felt unbearable pain every time I saw her die, and murderous rage towards the ones responsible. Now, I feel nothing. The realization stuns me. After dozens of leaps, I finally realize what should have been obvious from the beginning. I never leap back more than 26 hours. Why? I could go back as far as August 11th, one whole week into the past. Yet I never do. Why? Because I know that even if I do, nothing will change. I don't believe that anything will change. Every time Mayuri dies, I find myself thinking, another failure. What went wrong this time? I calmly analyze Mayuri's death, then take my data and head for the time leap machine with a sigh, like a gamer forced for the umpteenth time to reset a particularly difficult stage. I'm just going through the motions. I didn't even realize, until this moment, how routine it had all become. Now that I have, my actions suddenly seem meaningless. I can't take another step. Okay. So, let's think here. Is this one of those things where I should be able to think of a way myself? What is it? Isn't there a certain... I know it's been referenced in some other VNs I've looked at. And not just VNs, in shows and in the genre itself. But there's that moment where, say in a murder mystery, where the detective stands up and says that, they're about to reveal everything. And the way I've heard it described is something like, at least back when it was, written when it was a written, when murder mysteries were more, I mean, they still write murder mysteries, what am I saying? But it was essentially a signal where the reader was supposed to say, okay, here's the author was saying, okay, reader, here's the time. You have all the clues now. You should be able to figure out, you know, who done it, how done it, why done it, all those sorts of things. And I'm trying to think. Now, we're not dealing with a murder mystery here, so I don't know if there's something similar where, is this something that can be solved? And if you know, if it can be solved, I'm sure there are plenty of people who are able to do it. But I'm trying to think, what is the way we can do this that actually saves both of them? And what I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking back to that alpha world line, right? Excuse me, no, beta world line. I'm thinking back to our original beta world line, and I don't know, because it's still too mysterious. I mean, we had the Karisu of that beta world line come up to us and say, "Hey, what were you talking about before?" Clearly, there was some other, or not clearly, but it seems to me that an inference you can make from that is that somehow there was another Okabe running around doing something. Or that moment where, right, what leads us to discover Karisu's body in that world line is we hear a scream, and it sounded suspiciously like Okabe to me. So, what's going on here? And so it makes me wonder. I mean, it was what I was thinking. I think if you go back to those first couple episodes in this very Let's Play, I think I say something like that, where it's something like, let me see, how did I phrase it? I think I said something like, eventually, well, because, you know, I didn't know exactly how the time travel was going to work, so I was just throwing stuff out. Eventually, it's going to be something like Okabe went. He's gone to the future. He's gone to the past, and all the weird sort of things that we see have an explanation. It's all going to get revealed at the end, or something like that. And well, now I think we're here. I think we're at that end, right? So if there was going to be a moment where we were going to reveal all those mysterious things that happened, maybe that would be now. Well, I guess there is kind of a murder mystery, right? Like, how did Karisu die there? Why was she killed? You know, I have half a mind to say that maybe she wasn't killed at all. Maybe she was playing dead or something, and it was all a ruse by some other version of Okabe that was meant to get things moving in the first place. I don't know. Although I'm pretty sure there was there blood? I think there might have been blood. So maybe not. And clearly, killing Karisu would not be very conducive to the goal of saving her. Well, maybe it would in a roundabout way. I don't know. I don't know how deep this goes. Yeah. Okay, let me get a drink of water real quick. All right. Let's continue on. Reveal to me the secrets game. Or story, whichever. Okay. I can't take another step. And that's how I find myself here, sitting motionless in front of the time leap machine. I've been staring at it for hours. When we got caught in that evening shower on the Radicon rooftop, my clothes were soaked, but now they're completely dry. My body temperature has dropped, but I don't have the energy to yawn. That is not yawn at all, is it? My goodness. Maybe that's my brain is subconsciously telling me how tired I am. Okay, let's try that again. My body temperature has dropped, But I don't have the energy to warm myself in a shower. That's a bit better, not perfect. I sluggishly get to my feet and pick up the headset. The sight of it fills me with resignation. Resignation. That's all. There is no desperate drive to save Mayuri. No hope that this time I might succeed. Those emotions are long gone. In truth, they have been gone since my argument with Karisu. Deep down, I always knew that she was right. I pretended not to see it. I told myself that the time leap machine could solve everything. But that was just an excuse. A last attempt to satisfy my ego. In the end, all I'm doing is
逃げるの？
running away. Say what? What's all this then? I turn around in surprise, and there I see Karisu standing in the doorway. I thought she never wanted to see me again. Why is she here?
なんで
Why? Karisu ignores my question and fixes me with her usual glare.
タイムリープするのは逃げよ。
Time leaping is just running away. You don't have to tell me. I already know. I know all too well. In the end, all I'm doing is running away. Running from responsibility. Running from the decision. If I had known I would have made... If I had known if I had to... If I had known I would have to make this choice, then I would have refused Suzuha when she entrusted me with her mission.
これまでもマユリを助けるためっていう大義名分でたくさんの人を俺は傷つけてきたんだ。
I've hurt people. Lots of people. Just to save Mayuri.
しかもそのことで感じる罪の意識もだんだん鈍っていくんだ。
And yet, I don't even feel guilty anymore.
人としてのまともな感覚が失われていくんだ。
I feel like I'm losing my humanity.
だったらなんで今あんたは迷ってる？
Then why are you hesitating now?
タイムリープマシンっていう保険が効かないからかもな。
Maybe because my insurance, the time leap machine, isn't effective.
俺はこのマシンを使いこなしてなんていなくて振り回されているだけなのかも。
Or maybe I just haven't mastered it yet. Maybe I haven't tapped into its full potential.
逃げたって苦しくなるだけ。
Running only makes it hurt more. She suddenly looks away. Then she leans against the wall and smiles bitterly.
私がそうだから。
I should know. Is Karisu running too? From what?
今の岡部見てられない。自分の顔鏡で見た。急に老けたように見える。
I mean, there's that confrontation with her father. But it could be something else too. Look at yourself, Okabe. You look like you've aged a decade.
心がボロボロになってるんじゃない？そこまで思い悩まずに私の言うことを素直に受け入れればいいんだ。
Your heart can't take it anymore. You don't need to beat yourself up like this. Just accept the truth.
さっき言った通り、あんたはここにとどまっちゃいけない。
Like I said, you can't stay here.
ベータ世界線に行きなさい。マユリが死なない世界へ。
Go to the Beta World line. Go to the world where Mayuri doesn't die.
それがあんたのためでもあるし、 私のためでもある。
Not just for your sake, but for mine as well. She's right. I have no other options left. No more D-mails. No more time leaps. There is no perfect world where both Mayuri and Krisu live. Maybe there are things I have yet to try, but I'm certain that all of them will fail. That's not what that says. But I'm certain that all of them will end in vain. As long as I stay on this world line, Mayuri will die. And if I go to the Beta world line, Krisu will die. Then we need to go to the, Charlie world line. Or the Delta world line. Epsilon. Foxtrot. I'm just throwing things out there. We've got a whole alphabet to work with here, guys. Come on. We'll never be able to talk like this again. It's only been 20 days since we met, and yet memories of Krisu flash before my eyes.
ちょっと勝手に殺さないでくれますか？私ピンピンしてますんで。
Hey, could you not talk to me like that? Excuse me. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine.
例えば実際に皆さんが体ごと過去や未来へ行くことができるようなタイムマシンを作るにはまず何が必要か考えてみましょう。
Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need?
誰がクリスティーナだ？一言も言っとらんわ。
Who the hell's Christina? I never said that.
これまでの自分を否定したくないの。たとえ失敗ばかりだったとしても、それを含めて今の自分があるんだから。
I don't want to deny who I've been, because even my failures are a part of who I am today.
私たち、ひょっとするととんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない。
We may have created a monster here.
前にあんた言ってくれたでしょ。私のこと大切な仲間だって。あれ結構嬉しかったっていうか。
You said I was your beloved friend, remember? You said I was important to you. That made me really happy, I guess.
じゃあ電話レンジの改良が終わったら一緒についてきて。
Once we're done upgrading the phone wave, I want you to come with me.
あんたの力になりたい。
I want to be your strength.
ありがとう。私のためにそこまで苦しんでくれて。
Thank you. I know you're hurting for me. So much has happened these past 20 days. We argued, we exchanged insults. We made incredible discoveries together. And when confronted with the implications, we shared our fears. Whenever I hit a dead end in my struggle to save Mayuri, I always turned to Krisu for help. He always listened. He always believed me. And I helped her too. She was distraught over her father. We promised to go to Aomori together. Without this girl genius on our side, we would not have the time leap machine. Proud, passionate, Makise Krisu. Always strong, or at least pretending to be. A little nosy, too, and serious to a fault. Before I knew it, she had become the center of the lab. From the very beginning, I was attracted to her radiant confidence. I found myself mesmerized by her every gesture, hanging on her every word. I listened enraptured whenever she presented her latest theory. At the end of the day, the reason why I never called her by her name was because I was too embarrassed. I admired her. I longed for her. And I didn't want to admit it to myself. Only now do I realize the truth. I'm in love with Kurisu. And that is why I want so desperately to save her. She's not just a fellow lab member. To me, Kurisu is far more than that. And yet, I have no choice. In the end, everything she said was right.
俺は
I
お前を助けられない。
can't save you.
すまない。
Sorry. In a desperate attempt to hold back my tears, I bite my lip tightly. The taste of blood spreads through my mouth.
なんでよりによってクリスなんだって思う。くそ
Why does it have to be you? Damn it all. I pound my fist onto the table. Silence. Nothing moves. Outside the window is only darkness. Is this what it's like to be the only person left in the world?
ねえ岡部、
Hey, Okabe?
あんたがベータ世界線に行ったら、こうして仲間として一緒に過ごした記憶はマユリや橋田からは消えちゃうのよね。
Once you go to the Beta World Line, Mayuri and Hashida will forget the time we spent together, right? Krisu's cheeks start to redden, and she turns away.
岡部は私のこと覚えててくれる？
Will you remember me? Her voice is barely a whisper.
お前のことは絶対に忘れない。
Of course I will. I'll never forget.
誰よりも大切な女のことを忘れたりしない。
There's no way I could ever forget the girl most important to me.
それって
Huh? You mean?
何バカなこと言ってんのよ。
What the hell are you saying?
事実だ。
The truth.
それは証明が必要。それがないと私は方程式を用意できない。
That's proof. I need proof. I can't come up with a formula otherwise. Kurisu is getting flustered for some reason.
ACTH の分泌過剰になり、ガンマ波から確率共鳴が起きてヒルベルト曲線のハウストルフ次元は無限大と仮定されるわけだから、つまり全近線はポジトロン断層法で計測して。
Alright, let's have an aside real quick. ACTH, short for adrenocorticotropic hormone. Or is it adrenocorticotropic hormone? Corticotropin. Or is it cortisotropin? Tropin? Tropin sounds better than tropin. Cortisotropin? Corticotropin. Adrenocorticotropic. Maybe? Secreted in response to stress. When the anterior pituitary gland hypersecretes ACTH and gamma waves induce stochastic resonance, we can assume an infinite Hausdorff dimension for the Hilbert curve. That is, we can measure the asymptomatic line with positron emission tomography. I have to say it here and now. I'll never get another chance to tell her what she means to me.
クリス、
I speak her name. Our eyes meet.
俺はお前が好きだ。
I love you. Krisu looks away, her face bright red.
お前は
And you?
言いますと
What?
お前は俺のことどう思ってる？
Do you... How do you feel about me?
知りたいのか
You really want to know? Krisu suddenly looks at me straight in the eye. Her face is still red, but her expression is firm. She walks straight up to me, grabs me by the collar, and jerks me toward her.
目を閉じろ
Close your eyes. Did I make her mad? Perhaps Krisu hates me for some reason. Maybe she really did mean all those insults she'd said to me. That would be really sad. I slowly lick my trembling lips and timidly try to ask a question.
なぜ目を
You're being kind of thick here, my man. Why close my...
いいから閉じなさいよ
Just shut up and close them. I do as I'm told, though I still don't know why she's so angry. My collar is still in Krisu's grip. Abruptly, I feel a soft sensation against my lips. The faint scent of citrus tickles my nose. When I open my eyes in surprise... Aww. I see Krisu's face scant millimeters away. And then I understand what has happened. She's kissing me. Her lips are very warm. My mind goes blank. I'm unable to think. I want to stay like this forever. But soon our lips separate. Krisu looks down shyly.
別にしたくてしたんじゃないから
It's not like I did that because I wanted to or anything. You had to get one more in there, Krisu, didn't you? Couldn't just leave it alone. You had to throw in one last one, huh?
たださっき約束したでしょ私のこと忘れないでって
It's just, you promised that you wouldn't forget about me.
より強烈な感情とともに海馬に記名されたエピソード記憶は忘却されにくいのよ
Research shows that memories are harder to forget when coupled with intense emotions.
それに岡部は変態童貞だからファーストキスのことについて聖地化リハーサルが行われるはずでそれはすぐに長期記憶になってそうそう忘れないかって思ってそれで
You're a virgin and a perv, so I was sure you'd have an elaborative rehearsal on your first kiss, instantly making it a long-term memory you'd never forget. So... In psychology, the act of transferring short-term memory to long-term memory. This is done by attaching meaning to the matter to be remembered, or by relating the matter to some other familiar memory. Elaborative rehearsal.
どうしても岡部にだけは私のこと忘れてほしくなかったから
I just don't want you to forget about me, Okabe. No matter what. My heart fills with love for Krisu as she makes her frantic excuses. What a relief. She's not mad. She just wanted to hide her embarrassment. I wanted to be with her even more. I want to talk with her even more. I want to learn even more about her. But I know that wish can never come true. My chest tightens. I feel like I'm suffocating. Desperate to keep my emotions under control, I place my own hands on top of Krisu's, which are still grabbing my collar.
残念だったな。
Sorry to disappoint you.
俺はこれがファーストキスではない。
That wasn't my first kiss.
生意気な童貞のくせに。
Why, you're just a cherry boy.
うるさい、少女。
Shut up, virgin. Oof. I remember playfully kissing my Yuri in elementary school. And just a little while ago, I forcibly kissed Moeka to silence her. Oh yeah, that was a thing that happened, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that definitely did happen. Mm-hmm. But that was on another world line, and it was undone by the world line change, so I guess it doesn't count? I don't know.
そうか。あんたは初めてじゃなかったのね。
So, it wasn't your first?
そうだ。だから今のは印象としては弱い。長期記憶にはならないかもしれない。
Right, so it only left a weak impression. Probably not enough to become a long-term memory. Okabe. Okabe? You sly dog, are you trying what I think you're trying to do here? I'm lying, of course. I've never felt such an intense kiss at that. The shock was like a lightning bolt to the brain. But still, I'm lying. Because if I miss this opportunity, I'll never be able to touch Krisu again. Ah, yes. You are doing what I think you're doing. This is my last chance.
だからもう一度だ。
So, once more. Krisu fidgets. She usually glares at me harshly, but now she's avoiding my eyes.
絶対に忘れたくないから。念には念を入れる。
I don't ever want to forget. Let's make doubly sure. I decide to take the initiative. I wrap my arm gently around Krisu's waist and pull her slender body against mine.
それならしょうがないな。
Then, guess there's no choice. Krisu looks up to me shyly.
キスだけ。どうぞ。
Just a kiss, okay? What is she worried I'll do?
ちゃんとその優しくして。
Be gentle, okay? I run my fingers softly through her hair. Then I slowly bend down.
岡部。
We're both shy, so we end up pecking at each other's lips like two small birds. Then we draw back and look at each other. Krisu's eyes are wet, tears running down her cheeks. I kiss them anyway. They're salty.
忘れないで。
Don't forget me. We press our lips together again. Stronger than the first time. Longer than the first time. I never want to let go. We embrace each other tightly, our feelings too powerful to contain. We seek each other's warmth again and again. Locked in our embrace, we feel each other's breath. We feel each other's scent. We feel each other's taste.
時間が。
It's too fast. Krisu's whisper resonates through our embrace.
あっという間に過ぎていく。
Time is going by too fast.
今だけはアインシュタインに文句を言いたい気分。
I could really use a word with Einstein right now.
時間は絶対的じゃない。
Time is not absolute.
アインシュタインは時間が人や状況によって長くなったり短くなったりするものなんだって科学的に証明した。
Einstein proved that time could be fast or slow, depending on the observer.
ねえ岡部、
Hey, Okabe?
相対性理論ってとてもロマンチックで
The theory of relativity is so romantic.
とても切ないものだね。
So sad, don't you think? How does Karisu feel about me? In the end, she never really answered my question. Okay. We're gonna call it there. Yeah. I'm not exactly surprised. Well, for two different reasons, I'm not surprised. Now again, I think I've mentioned in the past. I'm sure there's been discussion on who's everyone's favorite couples or different things like that, but at least for me, I've definitely been leaning toward Okabe and Karisu for quite a while at this point. So certainly that one, and considering that this is kind of the only one you have to work to get, you know, all the other ones have very obvious choices and their own, all their paths are very obvious. But at least for Karisu, you have to sort of make choices throughout the story, using the emails, which is not really something you have to do. For everyone else, it's just that singular choice, but you have to. It's something constant throughout the story that you're having these email exchanges with Karisu that leads to this. So that definitely feels, well, as I said, not surprising really. And then the other thing I'm not surprised about is, you know, I think a lot of people can have appreciation for that sort of screw fate. We're gonna create our own future and all that sort of thing. I think that's is that a trope? I think that's probably a trope or something. But so and I'm no different. You know, I do enjoy when stories can pull that off really well, where they can say, we're gonna get a happy ending anyway. But you know, at least at the current moment, it's looking like we're gearing up for bittersweet. So let's get ready for that. Next time, well, I'll just say this. I've been the Worm. This has been Steins Gate. Next time may very well be our last episode, at least as far as I can tell. So let's all get ready for that, alright? Hope you're all doing alright, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.